Good evening. I'm Kip Darling, and you're watching continuing coverage of The Search for a Supervillain. Joining us via satellite are Ratchet and Clank, the heroes who defeated Dr. Nefarious over 2 years ago. Ratchet, Clank, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us, Kip.
First, he was dead. Then he was status unknown. Now authorities have upgraded Dr. Nefarious to alive and at large. Will Ratchet and Clank join the search team?
Clank and I talked about it, and we both decided it's time to go back to the way things were, you know? Fixing ships, playing holo games till 3 in the morning. Leave the hero stuff to the other guys.
Like Galactic President Quark.
Yeah. Or anyone else.
Ratchet?
What? I didn't vote for the guy.
I believe what Ratchet is trying to say is, we have full confidence in President Quark's abilities, and I am sure he will not rest until Nefarious is captured.
Well, with that in mind, let's check in with President Quark at the presidential compound in Meridian City. President Quark? President Quark?
She was taking a memo. Good morning, citizens. I was just, analyzing. Ah, yes. These figures seem optimal. Very promising.
Sir, you're reading a cereal box.
Is there something I can do for you, taxpayer?
The Polaris Defense Force claims Lawrence teleported Dr. Nefarious to safety prior to the destruction of his space station. What measures are you taking to track down this fugitive?
Extreme measures, Kip. Every morning I wake up, I look around, I ask everyone I see, and so far, no dice. Hey, Zeph, you seen Dr. Nefarious? No! See? The guy's a ghost!
Then do you have a message for citizens who believe Dr. Nefarious is planning another attack?
Absolutely. There is no danger. Everything is under control. So relax, kick back, and put your faith in myself and Vice President Scrunch.
Thank you, President Quark. Coming up, 10 million ways your loofah sponge can kill you. Right after this.
In conclusion, I humbly accept this award for subduing the insidious light-eating Zagroot against near impossible odds. How's that sound?
Quark, doesn't accepting an award for something you didn't do make you feel the slightest bit deceitful?
That depends. Does deceitful mean impressive? Heroic? Awe-inspiring? Fine, I don't care what it means. We're talking about a light-eating Zagroot here. You know what this will do for my approval rating?
I never even heard of an Intergalactic Tool of Justice award. Who did you say invited you?
I don't know. The guy was all cloak and dagger on the phone. But I'm sure the whole thing's on the up and up. Look at him, peacefully slumbering in the warm embrace of cryo-sleep.
I don't know about this. Maybe we should call Kronk and Zephyr.
Oh, Ratchet. So young, so unused to the spoils of do-goodery. Don't worry. When you're a hero, you'll understand. House lights?
Well, hello, Mr. President! So kind of you to accept my invitation.
Dr. Nefarious. I was wondering when you'd be showing up. Is that your new space station? Looks a little smaller than the last one.
Now, you're hysterical. Let's see you crack jokes from inside the digestive tract of a Zagroot!
Oh, goody. I get to reanimate something.
It's alive! Help me, Lawrence!
Apologies, sir. I think it's time to tender my resignation.
Well, it's been a lot of fun catching up, but I gotta bounce.
Not so fast, this, Nefarious. You've done some underhanded things in your time, but this beats all. I'm starting to think there may not even be an Intergalactic Tool of Justice award.
Ladies and gentlemen, your president.
That's not one of mine.
Disengaging primary cryofeed.
Clank, get the light, would you? Oh boy. Clank! Where are we?
I do not know. Have you located Quark?
Little help here, someone? I think my thing is broken.
Oh, perfect. Can this get any worse?
Oh, Lance, kiss me, love me, hold me like you used to before you became a flesh-eating zombie.
Quark, would you?
You twit! You dare lay your squishy hands on me? If I get down from here, I'll rip you in half!
Excuse me? What you doing up there?
Hey! Hey, little girl. Can you get us out of here?
Aye, aye, Lumbax. Get down, mister.
We call it Ephemeris, the creature collector. Oh, it's been around for over 100 years, snatching the universe's most dangerous beasts and bringing them here, to our planet.
Who is in control of the machine?
No one knows. But that tyrant you saw in our village was its emissary, Commander Spock. He has been protecting Ephemeris for years. But now that you're here...
Whoa, look. I'm just trying to find my way home.
But you're Ratchet. You saved the whole universe. You're not supposed to... Oh, I sneezed in my mask.
Listen, kid. I'd love to help you and your dad. But my pal and I, we're retired. As soon as we're off the planet, we'll notify the Defense Force.
Susie is not my daughter. I'm afraid her parents were lost during the Ephemeris raid on Totem Phi. Like many other children here, she is an orphan.
All right. So where do we find this Commander Spock?
Yeah, I'm not so big on the whole haunted forest thing.
That's cool. I just thought you'd want to raise your approval rating by saving a few thousand voters. I guess parades and groupies just aren't everyone's thing.
Wait a minute. Both of those are my things. Wait up!
Wait for me!
That's it! You all saw it! President Quark felled the mighty beast!
Someone want to get Fatty McGrath breather and oxygen mask? I'm not gonna carry him if he passes out.
Ratchet? Ratchet?
Yeah, pal?
I believe I may have found something.
What you got?
Hollow Diary, entry 005. They came during the night. Hundreds of them. And they attacked without warning. I stood atop Zuzo Fields and watched in horror as Commander Spock and his armies lay waste to Uzo City. Through ribbons of fire, I saw my creation, bloated and terrible. A deadly moon hanging silently amongst the destruction. Ephemeris. What plans does my enemy have for this ark? I can't explain it, but I feel as if some dark fate haunts us all from the future. And Ephemeris is the key. These things will not stop with madness. We are simply the first steps. And I, Dr. Frumpus Croyd, cannot shake the feeling that it was my work that made it possible.
According to this hollow journal, whoever is controlling Ephemeris has a plan for these monsters. Ratchet, I have a bad feeling about this. We must find Commander Spog at once. Your voice modulator is damaged, Commander. But if you tell us how to defeat Ephemeris, I believe I know someone who can fix you.
Well, I don't like to brag, but I did modify my crotchetizer with a special vibrating function I call the Happy Platypus.
Beg your pardon, Quark, but I was referring to him.
Are you insane?
If I may, being evil has not worked out well for you these last few years. Perhaps using your intelligence for good will yield better results.
All right, fine. But speak of this to no one.
All right, Spock. We did our part. Now how do we defeat Ephemeris?
Only the Architect knows. He lives beyond the lighthouse, in the forest of the Blue Rocks.
You did the right thing, Doctor.
Get bent!
Hollow Diary 001. Creatures. For years, they've been something of a rite of passage on Magnus. Their very presence seems to enrich, inspire, and motivate us all. It is a bond no one has ever sought to understand. Until now. Using a complex array of technological thingamadoos, my colleague Nevo Binkelmeyer and I have been investigating the effect of creatures on their owners. Take my own companion, Mr. Dinkles. His mere presence seems to amplify my talents as a paradoxologist. But observe him through the lens of a vectomorphic triciloscope. What strange manifestation is this? Have we discovered some new form of cosmic radiation? We must learn more about this energy. Nevo believes he can modify the protomorphic energy extractors in order to separate the energy from its host. Tomorrow will be a great day for science. Hollow Diary 002. A heinous crime has been committed. This morning, I awoke to find my laboratory in shambles. The vectomorphic triciloscope was smashed. The crack-resistant flume canisters were cracked. And worst of all, an egregious theft had been committed. The plans for the protomorphic energy extractor, gone. All that was left behind was a recipe for drop-in stew. Mr. Dinkles, my friend, my muse. Someone had taken him, but it couldn't be. No. Nevo, what have you done? Hollow Diary 003. It has been 22 years since I lost Mr. Dinkles. I checked the fjords of Rankaroon, the meadows of Tortum Phi, and even the bluffs of Vendros. Nothing. But I know he's out there. Oh, poor Mr. Dinkles. I shudder to think of the countless birthdays he spent as a slave to Nevo's machinations. What plans does that traitor have for these creatures? I must act before it's too late. I have repurposed an old servitor drone to scour the planet for his whereabouts. Using a sample of Mr. Dinkle's DNA, Ephemeris will run a comparative analysis of every life form it encounters until it finds a match. Without Mr. Dinkles, Nevo's plans will crumble, and Magnus will be safe from his treachery.
You know, I'm actually starting to like it here. Sure, it's a dangerous planet riddled with murderous robots and exotic predators, but take away all that, and what do you have? A presidential retreat / water park.
Can I kill him now?
No.
I can make it look like an accident.
How?
Ratchet.
All right, no.